Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to the sunshiny Kroc Center. I wanted to add in that, that adjective there because we haven't seen that in so long. That is the sun that you see coming through the windows. It's our pleasure to be here today, joined with dignitaries from the Camden School District to announce an amazing, wonderful partnership. A partnership that will do much for the future of the city of Camden and its greatest resource, the children. And we are so pleased to be able to do this at the Kroc Center here, this new gem of the city. I bring regrets from Mayor Red, who is unable to be with us today, but you would want to know that the mayor has fully endorsed this, and when we talked with her about it, this is something that she was really pleased we're finally able to announce. But we do have here today a few folks who are champions for children in the city. And first of all, I'd like to introduce our first speaker, the Advisory Board Vice President, Martha Wilson. Please greet Martha.
Good morning, and thank you. This afternoon, I would just like to say to you that today is a special day for us here in the city of Camden. I've been a longtime board member and parent advocate on behalf of our community and our parents. I have seen over and over again the importance of the impact of our parents with parent power. Today's announcement of the partnership between the Kroc Center and the Camden City School District is major. It has been a long time coming, but today we're finally here. I'm overjoyed by our fourth Camden Commitment Promise, serving parents, which will continue to live through important partnerships such as this. I know that many of our parents who are committed to their children's education and well-being will be eager and be appreciative to take advantage of this many resources that this new opportunity affords them. I can remember when the Salvation Army had put this program together. They came to the Camden Board of Education and they talked to us about partnershiping with us. So we are so thankful and grateful for you opening the doors in the partnership with our family and community engagement team under Ms. Tia Morris's leadership. We want to say thank you to our team for the Camden Board of Education. We want to thank the Mayor's Office and the Superintendent's team, the Salvation Army and the Kroc Center and your affiliates for making all of this possible. And I am personally happy to be able to contribute to this today. Thank each and every one of you for being here. The importance of your children being a part of this team is something that is going to help to structure them, not only from the time they start as toddlers, all the way through to going to college. It's all about the cradle to college. We want to make sure that our children have the same opportunities as everyone else. Thank you.
Thank you. My portion of the presentation today is brought to you by the letter F. The letter F, which stands for family. The Kroc Center is a family institution. Not only are we cradle to college, we're cradle to grave here. In fact, we've even had a few funerals here, another F word. And so, we actually believe that the partnership for the family university is very appropriate here. The programs and services that we will be able to provide for the families will be another link in the chain for family success. Programs and services offered here will be family-oriented, and they will be, next word, fun. F is for fun. Go ahead and say it. Fun. There you go. Just want to make sure you're awake. This is a fun place to be at the Kroc Center with all of our activities and programs we have here with our pools and gym and fitness center and outdoor fields, but also a lot of the other spaces. We want it to be fun here. In fact, we have a saying, if you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. So this is a place of fun. Another of the words today is faith. The Salvation Army exists to serve God and to love people. It makes sense that this be a place where the Family University comes, because people are the priority for everything that takes place here. And of course, we totally believe in the family. The next word is future. The future for the people of our community, another word that is provided here for us to see. And I think that what this will allow is the development and strengthening of the future, not only of the children, but of the families. The programs and services that will be offered will develop these families into the future. However, what this does not represent is the grade. And the grade, of course, is NA. We give this partnership, well, let's say A+. This partnership is something that is of the highest grade and of the most impeccable relationships that could be. It makes sense for the Salvation Army and the Camden City School District to partner together, because we want our families to have success. We want them to pass every challenge that comes their way, not just as individual children, but as families, parents alike. And we pray that this will be a wonderful advancement for the future of our children. And this partnership is a first step in that. So we, as the Salvation Army, thank the school district, thank you, Superintendent, thank you for your staff, all those who worked on this. Because of this partnership, at least initially, over 200 families will be able to take part from the school district as a part of the program and services here. So it is my pleasure to introduce the next speaker, Superintendent Paymon Rouhanifard, who is a champion for the children here in our community. Please greet our superintendent.
Thank you, Major Cain, for your unbelievable leadership of the Kroc Center. Thank you all for being here. And we also thank our board vice president, Ms. Wilson. She is an unbelievable champion and advocate for families and does so much to empower our families to ensure that they're best supporting their students. Let's give her a round of applause. I want to acknowledge our other board members. Our board president, Ms. Catherine Blackshear, is here, Stott Burley, Teresa Atwood, Minister Wasim Mohammed, Barbara Coscarella, Felicia Reyes-Morton, and Taisha Munir. Thank you all for being here today. I also want to acknowledge a number of folks who do so much of the heavy lifting behind the scenes and don't get enough credit for all of their hard work. It begins with Ms. Tia Morris, who runs Family and Community Engagement. She and her whole team, and I want their entire team to stand up because I see them sitting in one neat row together. Elvin, Ruth, you heard Tia, Ebony, and Ada. I can't tell you how hard they work. They're certainly not the only people that are working hard in this school district, but I just want to call them out because I get emails from Tia at like 3:30 in the morning. She works Saturdays, Sundays, and her whole team working tirelessly together to pull together partnerships like this and so much more. So thank you all again. Look, bottom line, we all know that when parents, grandparents, and guardians are more involved in their child's education, student achievement goes up, behavioral problems go down, and ultimately more kids are graduating from high school, more kids are enrolling in college, and are just better positioned to be out there competing with their peers in the rest of the state and country. And that's ultimately what we want, to put our city in a position to be the thriving city we know it can be. And just this last week, the mayor, myself, board members had an opportunity to have a conversation directly with our families. We had 4 consecutive town halls Monday through Thursday, and I had a chance to meet with so many family members who I don't often see at board meetings and I don't often see in our schools, but had that opportunity to engage with them one-on-one, and a number of them are here today. And it was amazing to see how dedicated they are and how they want the best for their children and are just looking for better ways to be able to find opportunities for their kids and to find opportunities for their neighbors' kids and for the rest of the city. And so we're all in this together. And I really, really appreciate that. And so we know we can do more, and today we are doing more. Today we are here, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about this partnership. You heard from Board Vice President Wilson that our strategic plan, the 4th out of 5 total commitments, is about better partnering with families. And as part of that, one of the specific goals was that we would create 4 Camden Parent Partnership Centers. And this is now, we're announcing the 2nd of those 4. So we're making progress against that goal. And we're thrilled to be able to announce it in partnership with the Kroc Center, because right now the Kroc Center, if you all don't know this, over 3,500 families in Camden are members already who are taking advantage of what is a very holistic suite of community support services, from sports programs for kids, a food pantry, counseling services, a computer lab. I think many of you all have already seen the gym and the swimming pool. So this is an unbelievable resource, and we believe that there's a lot of potential in this partnership, because recently we held a couple of events. One of those events was a family night that our team threw. We had over 750 students and families that showed up at family night, and that wasn't that long ago. And over the weekend, we had a high school fair. It was the first ever district high school fair, and we had over 300 middle school students who were looking for a high school choice, along with their family members, and it was a huge success, and it was, again, thanks to the Kroc Center for that partnership. So as far as what's being offered here in this Camden Parent Partnership Center, one really exciting feature is the creation of the Camden Family University. And starting in May, we're going to be able to offer parents and Kroc Center members a monthly schedule of parent university classes that build in 4 skills. I should say that build skills in 4 key areas. 1, health and fitness. 2, career readiness. 3, adult education. And 4, family bonding. And so we're thrilled to be able to offer that up. It's a real partnership in that it's not just one organization doing all the work here. Half the classes are going to be offered by the Kroc Center, and half the classes are going to be run by the district. So, for example, our early childhood experts, and we're joined here by the head of our early childhood department, Ms. Katrina McCombs. They're going to be offering parents tips to best support their pre-K students to transition into kindergarten. So that's just one example of what's going to be offered. And so, in addition to that, we're pleased to be able to offer a new scholarship program, and that's to support all the other efforts that are happening here. And we're going to offer 150 family scholarships to become members here of Kroc Center. And there's going to be an application process. We have a team of educators and community leaders who are going to be on the scholarship committee, and so we're working in partnership again with the Kroc Center there. And scholarship recipients will be able to attend family university programs each month, and just to become general members and to be able to benefit from all the other host of services here. So these are just a couple of the unique features with the scholarship program, with the family university, and we're thrilled to be able to announce that here today. So I'm going to end with that. And again, just thank everyone again for taking the time to join us. Thank all the people who I didn't acknowledge that did so much hard work to make this partnership happen. And this formally concludes the press conference. We'll hang around and answer some questions for those of you that may have them. Thank you very much. Tours will be available. Major Cain wanted me to pass that along.
Hi, my name is Hillary Jones. I'm the After School Learning Center and Day Camp Supervisor, and I'm going to give you a tour of the Kroc Center. So the first thing up here on the left-hand side is our Adult Ministries room. This is a pretty active place in the mornings from 8 to noon. We have a pretty regular group that comes. They hang out, have coffee and breakfast together, and just spend time together, as well as there's programs that go on in there for adults in the community. We have Bible studies there in the evenings and a variety of other adult education activities that use that space. The next part is we're going to go down here to our aquatics section. You'll see that there's lots of locker rooms here, both women and men's, as well as family locker rooms, and our first aid station is here. This is our play pool. It is really a great resource for families here in the community. It's zero entry, so you walk in like the beach, and that's great for kids who are learning to swim or people who might be afraid of the water to be able to get in and access it, as well as it's a lot of fun. If you look back here where there's the figure-8 loops, that water has motion to it, and so it's great for strengthening and for low impact exercise, as well as a lot of fun. We also have a hot tub. The water slide is a great hit with the kids, and this part over here where all the buckets and water dumps and chutes are for the kids to come and play and have a lot of fun. Over here on the other side, we have our 8-lane competition swimming pool. It gets used for swim teams as well as for swimming lessons that are available here at the center for toddlers up through adults. We have bleachers up here that can seat up to 200 people, as well as a press box that looks over here and as well as into the gym on the other side. There's also 2 team rooms here that can be used for the swim teams when they come and practice and play here. This is our play care. This is a resource that's available to families who are members. They can bring their children of 6 months all the way up through 6 years into here, and there's staff here that are trained to care for their children while they're in the facility working out and taking a class. So it really gives parents the ability to participate in the things that are going on at the Kroc Center and be well and engaged in those things. This is our teen ministries room. This space is available and open after school for teens to come hang out, get help with their homework, and just have a safe place to be. There's lots of video games, table games, board games, and it's just overall fun space to come and hang out. On Friday nights, they have youth group here that meets here as well. One Friday night of the month, they spend time in the gym. One Friday night of the month, the pool's closed and only open to teens as a way of building community and creating safe spaces for them to be. So this is Lantern A of the building. This is the entrance that's available and open in the mornings from 6:30 a.m. to 8 a.m. as well as we open it for special events, because you can see that we can get into the gym from here as well as into the pool from here. And then in here we have the rock wall. That is the only part of the building that hasn't opened yet. We don't have our permit from the state of New Jersey to open it, but we hope to soon and are excited to be able to get people up the wall. This is our gymnasium. Here we have space to have 2 courts that are side by side or one long court. We have a schedule in here that allows for open gym play as well as leagues and teams to practice and play in here. We often have a noontime game of pickleball going on in here. As well as in the afternoons, we also have space for teens to come and play and exercise and be healthy in here. Is that the Camden County Police Department actually has an office in the facility. We really value our relationship and partnership with them and their care for the facility and for the space that's here. So we have 3 studios up here. 2 are identical. And so if you look in here, we have space for dance classes, Zumba, exercise, low impact step aerobics. We've got a group of moms who like to come at 9 a.m. and do low impact step aerobics almost every day, as well as dance classes. In Studio A, we have our spin bikes. So there are 19 bikes in here, so there's space for 18 with the instructor's bike. We have classes here 6 times a week. People can come in, and members can come in and take part in a spin class. This is one of our more active rooms as far as classes go. What I appreciate about all the classes here is that the instructors make sure that there's something for everybody at every level and ability. So that's really helpful. This is our fitness center. We have cardio machines here and here, as well as the weight machines, and then the free weights are in the back. So most of the fitness center is available to members who are 16 and up, but one of the things that I think is a really good fit for this community is that children who are ages 12 to 15 can come and take a class called Kid Fit, and that gives them access to the gym, to coming to exercise classes on their own, to using the fitness center on their own. And so pretty much when a teenager would come and take that class, it gives them the rights and the responsibilities of an adult here at the Kroc Center. So I think it's a really good coming of age and training opportunity for our teens. So this is our town plaza. This is a part of the facility that's open to the public. There's free Wi-Fi. It's a great place to come in and have a cup of coffee, something to eat. Our cafe is here and open at lunchtime and then again in the evenings. And so really it's a place that is safe to come hang out and spend time with family or friends. So this is our black box theater. It's called Nardi Theater. And you'll see out here that there's this door, and when we go inside, we'll see how it can move and be opened up so that you could do a show where the audience actually sits out in Town Plaza and the show goes on, the action goes on in the theater, as well as a variety of other options. The black box theater is really a flexible space that can be used for a variety of things here at the Kroc Center. We have hosted events in here, as well as put on shows. Our last show, A Raisin in the Sun, when you walked into your seat, you walked through the living room of the family that was being depicted in the show and actually sat in a seat that felt like you were in their living room. But you can see this is a pretty flexible kind of space. Right now they're getting set up for something that will be happening here, I believe, on Thursday evening. But you can set up a regular stage with these risers, or put the seats on risers and put the show in the middle with the audience all the way around. There's also room up here for a full orchestra, as well as some storage. And one of the things that I appreciate about the theater programs here is you don't have to have a lot of experience. In A Raisin in the Sun, there were people who'd never been in a theater performance before and people who had years of experience in it. So it was a nice combination and a great learning experience for those people. We also have in our town plaza a 9-panel TV screen that has been used for movie showings. We've had family movie nights here. Pull out the popcorn maker, and it's a lot of fun. And the Camden Adventure Aquarium is here. The aquarium actually comes every day. They clean it, they feed the fish, and they really resource that to us as a opportunity for kids and families to learn more about the water, about marine life. The other thing that's off of Town Plaza is our chapel. We have Sunday services in our chapel every Sunday at 10 a.m., as well as it's a space that's available for rentals. One of my favorite parts of the chapel are the beautiful stained glass windows, and they are actually images of a painting done by William Butler, who is an artist here in the city of Camden, in honor of the Salvation Army. It includes a lot of the symbols of the Salvation Army as a part of it. And you'll see here that there's a wall here, but this actually can be opened up into overflow space so that we can have more people in the chapel, or as classroom spaces. When we go around the other side, you'll see that that can also be a part of what's here. So this is our north wing. In here is our Wells Fargo Conference and Events Center. And here we have 6 rooms plus the library off of it. On the right-hand side are classrooms. On the left-hand side are specialty rooms for different types of activities. So when you go in the classrooms here, you'll be able to see how the classrooms are all part of one, can all be one space, or they can be divided into 3 separate spaces depending on their needs. Because just like in the chapel, they have these portable walls. So that allows for really a flexibility of space. You can have one large space, 3 separate spaces, 2 separate spaces, depending on your needs. We also have our library here. It's a give-take exchange library. So you bring in a book you don't want anymore and you swap it for a new one. So it eliminates the need for library cards, fines, or fees, and makes reading really accessible to the community. And it gives kids an opportunity to have books in their homes. It's all donation driven. You can see that we got quite a stack there that came in today. Here we have our music room. Oops. Currently in the music room, we have 4 choirs that practice out of here, both children and adult choirs, as well as a brass band that has just recently started. It's a lot of fun to hear the kids picking up an instrument and trying it for the first time. The Salvation Army has a long history of brass bands, so we were able to actually obtain a grant so that we have instruments available here to loan to the kids that they can use so they can learn to play an instrument. There's also private music lessons available in this space, both piano, voice, as well as some brass instruments. This is our computer lab. There are 19 computers in this space. This is a space that has been used for education purposes, but as well will eventually have hours that is open to the community so people can come in, check their email, create resumes, those types of things, as a place of resource to members of the community. We also will use this space along with all the other spaces in this area as kind of the home base for our after-school programs and our summer camps. And then this is our art room. This gets used for a lot of our children's programming and different activities and events that are in here. It's a space that can get a little messy, but is a lot of fun. This is our C entrance. It's for community services. So there's 2 things here. Cooper Family Medicine has an office here. It's the only part of the building that the Kroc Center doesn't own. So Cooper uses the space here to provide health services to the community. And then down this way is our food pantry. I love the model of the food pantry. It's a choice food pantry. So instead of like a traditional food pantry where you would get a bag or a box, there's actually shelves and you can choose your food based on the the My Plate model and opportunities here. Can we come in and videotape? So a lot of the food here is donated. We purchase some from the food bank, but we're always looking for food donations to help supply so that we can serve and feed more families. This is the last part of the facility. It's not open yet, but you can peek your head in and you can see that pretty much it's a concrete shell. They're working on it. They're working on it. But eventually it's going to be a daycare. It's going to have 90 seats. And so it'll give access to family members in the community to be able to have a safe place for their children to go. And that's about it.